Members of the Georgia House Agriculture Committee recently asked for and received a closer look at some farming operations and related agribusinesses for which they make legislative policy. The Monitor's Rick Treptow has the story.
The first stop for the approximately 17 Georgia House Ag Committee members was at the 19-year-old Smith Dairy Farms in Wilkes County. It's run by Jeff and Stephen Smith. They milk a 1,250, mostly Holstein herd, 3 times a day in this double 15 milking parlor. In addition to the parlor, the legislators saw the computer room where each animal's ear tag information is read, then updated with pounds produced at each milking. During May and June, the dairy lost $5,000 a week due to low dairy prices.
We feel like the supply out west is flooding the market and lowering the price that we receive for our milk, and we don't feel like we need to be penalized for producing more milk in the southeast in a market we're deficit for.
There are also 1,900 crop acres of small grains providing some of the cows' daily ration. They receive the nourishment in these fan-cooled tunnel barns. Another major Georgia commodity are broiler chickens. Dennis Moon and his son Russ in Madison County have 11 poultry houses.
We usually run and keep around 200,000 birds every 8 weeks on our farm.
And what did he want these elected officials to learn?
A lot of times we get a bad reputation that poultry is smelly, the litter's bad, what to do with the litter. So we're trying to show them that what a good thing, that the litter is a commodity. We spread it on our pastures, farmland. It's being used that way. Plus, our houses are clean.
Food safety is also a major issue the broiler industry as a whole is addressing.
These birds here today are Springer Mountain birds, which is Fieldale's private label for a drug-free bird. There are no antibiotics placed in these birds. We have rodent control outside our houses for pests. We don't spray anything inside the houses.
He said the producers need more for their chickens and the processors need for all of us to buy more chicken. House Ag Committee Chairman Tom McCall of Elberton was glad committee members wanted to see agriculture.
Water is the most important thing that's a natural resource that we have in this state. It's something that we have to protect. It's got to be clean water. And the other thing that I want them to see is that the runoff from these farming operations is not polluting the streams. It's not polluting water that's eventually going to be consumed by humans.
Poultry and eggs had a $5.6 billion farm gate value in 2008. Georgia's production is #1 in the nation. The tour also visited Stillwater Farms in Madison County, run by Terry and Wesley Chandler.
We manage the bulls for a group of producers called the Bull Power Group, and this will be the 5th year of our Bull Power Group.
It's a group of progressive cattle breeders who wanted to offer more to the cattle industry in Georgia, the Southeast, and as it's worked out, the nation. They want to give information buyers need.
Information like ribeye area and muscular fat, growth information, all those criteria that they really need to be able to select the ideal herd bull for their herd.
But does it convert into a better quality product on our plates?
Without question. That is our ultimate goal. Our goal is to provide a better dining experience for our consumers.
2 legislators have had very little exposure to farm life. Kevin Levitas is a long-time Atlanta resident, now employed in a family business.
For example, when we were back on the poultry farm, and someone says that, our litter is not producing any ammonia smell, to be in there to see for yourself, so that instead of reading back and forth in a newspaper or somebody's website to see for yourself what's actually going on the farm, it makes to me a big difference.
I've seen pictures of chickens slammed together and everything, and I was really expecting to see more of that, and the chickens were fine. The chickens were free inside that building. It was cooled by fan, which is good. It's healthy. They looked fine, they seemed fine, and I was very impressed with it.
Pat Dooley represents Marietta, northwest Atlanta. She and Kevin Levitas donned the special disease protection clothing to enter the broiler house. Their overall impressions of the tour?
I think Georgia is the gold standard for food safety. Other states look to us, and I think we have the best and the brightest involved, and folks who really take this not just as a job, but it's something they do because they love to do it.
1 in 7 jobs is based in agriculture. That's not something that's going to be outsourced if we do it carefully, if we maintain it. And with the amount of technology that they're bringing in, that promise is there, that they are concerned about encouraging the children and bringing enthusiasm into their lives so that they can get jobs that will be good paying and not just feeding cattle, but a broad spectrum of jobs.
The Georgia Farm Bureau, the Georgia Poultry Federation, the Georgia Agribusiness Council, and the Georgia Milk Producers all helped in making the event a success. I'm Rick Treptow for the Georgia Farm Monitor.